Well, a group of tenants on James Street North have been left without a home after a fire erupted inside Charred Restaurant this afternoon. Now, thankfully, no one was injured, but damage to the three-story building appears to be extensive. Matt Ingram is live on James Street with the very latest on this story. Good evening, Matt.
Good evening, Taz. The fire breaking out just around noon this afternoon in Charred Restaurant, which is behind me across the street, though it quickly spread to the 4 apartment units upstairs, sending the residents scrambling to get out.
We started to smell something, and then we looked out the front window and there's smoke bellowing all down the street.
And we just seen like a whole bunch of smoke coming out of the top of the building, and it smelled like fire, so we just called 911.
We saw the fire trucks arrive. They came in pretty quick.
Firefighters were met with heavy flames and smoke inside Charred Restaurant.
We discovered a well-involved fire on the first floor in the restaurant area. In the kitchen.
But thankfully, the workers had already got out. One of the employees tells me there were 5 staff members inside the restaurant when the fire broke out. He says he was able to get all of his colleagues outside and he was the last to leave. Meantime, the restaurant's delivery driver was out on a call. He says he drove back and saw the smoke, leaving his car on the road to run inside to find out what was happening. Despite firefighters' quick actions in the kitchen, the flames had already traveled through the ductwork and into the apartments above.
That fire has extended out of the ductwork into the floors of both the second and third floor. And so we're having to open up the floors and the walls to extinguish the fire.
All the people who live in the apartments made it out safe, including the partner and dog of this woman, who was at work when she got the terrifying phone call.
So I left work and I started running to get here to find him and my dog. Found out when I got here that he had gotten out. You can see the smoke coming out of my unit window right now, so it's looking pretty bad.
The tenants have had to find somewhere else to stay in the short term due to the damage, and one may have lost a cat. However, the fire department has yet to confirm if indeed the pet died. James Street was closed for several hours this afternoon, but it's since reopened. The fire department doesn't yet have an estimated cost of damage, but thinks it's going to be a lot. There's water damage, and as you may have heard the fire chief say there, they had to rip up the floors and the walls to get this fire out. The restaurant, of course, remains closed, and there's no timeline on when or if it will reopen.